Have you ever found yourself contorting your identity, changing your core beliefs, or sacrificing your own joy just to please a woman? If so, you're not alone. Many men fall into this pattern, mistakenly thinking it's the secret to a harmonious and affectionate relationship. But what if I told you there's ancient wisdom that suggests a different path? Yes, I'm referring to Stoicism. Today, we're diving deep into the essence of Stoic philosophy to unveil 6 principles you should never compromise for women, or anyone else. This isn't about assigning blame or implying you shouldn't care about the women in your life. Quite the opposite. It's about learning to care in a way that's healthy and respectful for both you and them, leading to a more fulfilling relationship. Picture this. You cancel plans you were excited about because she subtly indicated she wanted to do something else. You've compromised your values to align with hers, even when it felt wrong. Or perhaps you've lost touch with friends because she didn't approve of them. Sound familiar? These situations don't foster the healthy, balanced relationships we all desire. Instead, they create a one-way street to resentment and loss of self. But don't worry, Stoicism offers a beacon of hope. Let's delve into how to manage the complexities of relationships without losing yourself along the way. Number 1. Sacrificing your personal freedom. In the throes of passion or the desire to please, it's all too easy to give up your autonomy. You might cancel plans you were excited about, suppress your interests, or even shift your viewpoints to match someone else's expectations. It feels like love, but is it really? Stoicism urges us to question these sacrifices. Are we giving up our personal freedom for affection, or are we fostering a relationship where both individuals can thrive independently? Consider this. Your integrity and freedom are priceless. They form the core of your being. When you trade them for someone's approval, you're not just losing a part of yourself, you're also creating an unsustainable and unhealthy relationship dynamic. According to Stoicism, relationships should be about mutual growth, respect, and understanding, all anchored in the freedom to be oneself. Before you mold your will to fit into someone else's world, pause and reflect. Are you acting out of love and respect, or are you sacrificing your autonomy out of fear and the need for approval? Remember, a relationship built on mutual respect for each other's freedom and individuality is not just strong, it's enduring. Let's not trade our priceless freedom for fleeting approval. Instead, let's strive for relationships that honor and celebrate our autonomy, guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Number 2. Neglecting your personal growth. Picture yourself on a journey, your journey, navigating through a forest dense with the demands and expectations of life. Each step forward is a stride towards self-improvement, wisdom, and ultimately, virtue. Now imagine frequently stepping off your path to walk someone else's, prioritizing their needs and goals above your own. This isn't just a detour, it's a diversion from your personal growth. According to Epictetus, this is a misuse of our capacity for reason and a neglect of our personal development. In relationships, especially those where we might find ourselves overly focused on pleasing a partner, it's essential to remember this Stoic principle. Constantly compromising your own development or prioritizing someone else's needs over your own can hinder your progress and lead to a loss of self. The Stoics didn't advocate self-improvement for selfish ends, but as a way to become better individuals for ourselves and those around us. Neglecting our personal growth doesn't just stall our journey, it also deprives our partners of the best version of ourselves. How can we truly contribute to the happiness and well-being of others if we're not cultivating our own virtue and wisdom? Epictetus's teachings remind us that the pursuit of self-improvement and wisdom isn't a solitary endeavor, but one that enhances our interactions and relationships. It's about striking a balance, ensuring that while we are supportive and caring, we are not sacrificing our own growth for the sake of someone else's needs. Guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, let's aim to nurture our personal growth as a means to enrich both ourselves and our relationships. Number 3. Suppressing your emotions. Imagine trying to hold a beach ball underwater. The harder you push it down, the more forcefully it will pop back up, often in unpredictable ways. Similarly, when we suppress our emotions to keep peace in a relationship, we're not resolving the underlying issues. We're merely delaying an inevitable eruption of feelings. This is not the Stoic way. Stoics advocate for a healthy relationship with our emotions, one where we acknowledge, understand, and manage them, not one where we deny their existence. Suppressing your feelings or ignoring your emotional needs for the sake of a relationship is not just unhealthy, it's unsustainable. It leads to a buildup of resentment, misunderstandings, and ultimately, a disconnection from both your partner and yourself. The Stoic approach is to confront our emotions directly, to examine them with reason, and to express them in a constructive manner. It's about balancing emotion and reason, ensuring neither is given unchecked control. Communication is a cornerstone of this philosophy. Being honest with yourself and openly expressing your feelings are not signs of weakness, but of strength and self-awareness. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, emphasized the importance of self-reflection and honesty in all aspects of life, including our emotional world. Embracing this Stoic wisdom, let's strive to manage our emotions in a way that fosters genuine connection and understanding, both with ourselves and our partners. Number 4, losing your independence. Seneca, with his incisive wisdom, cautioned against allowing our peace and happiness to become overly dependent on external factors, including relationships. This doesn't mean we shouldn't cherish and nurture our connections with others, but rather that we shouldn't anchor our entire sense of self-worth or happiness to them. Consider the image of a tree. It may lean towards the sun, enjoy the benefits of the rain, and even support other life forms. Yet its growth, strength, and very survival depend on its roots and the nourishment it draws from within the soil. Similarly, when we tether our happiness or self-worth to someone else, we are like a tree relying on an external source for its stability. The moment that source wavers, we risk toppling over. Seneca's warning invites us to deepen our roots, to find strength and nourishment from within ourselves. Cultivating independence is not about isolating ourselves or shunning emotional connections. On the contrary, it's about building a foundation so strong within ourselves that our relationships become sources of joy and growth, rather than crutches or cages. This means engaging deeply with our interests, pursuing our goals, and cultivating a sense of self that is resilient in the face of life's inevitable changes and challenges. Finding contentment within is a journey that requires introspection, honesty, and sometimes the courage to face our own shadows. It's about acknowledging our desires, fears, and dreams, and understanding that while others can complement our journey, they cannot be our sole path to fulfillment. This internal contentment becomes a wellspring of strength, not just for ourselves, but also for our relationships. When we're not looking to someone else to fill our voids, we engage with them from a place of completeness, not lack. Embracing Seneca's wisdom, let's strive to cultivate our independence, ensuring our relationships are grounded in mutual growth and support, rather than dependency. Number 5, committing to something just to please her. Imagine a scenario where you're asked to engage in something that clashes with your core beliefs or personal interests. It could be as simple as pretending to enjoy a hobby that doesn't interest you, or as complex as making life choices that don't align with your aspirations or ethics. Stoicism teaches us the value of living in accordance with nature, our own nature. This means acknowledging and respecting our likes, dislikes, values, and principles. When we deviate from this path for the sake of another's happiness, we not only lose our authenticity, but also erode the foundation of trust and respect in the relationship. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, eloquently spoke of the inner fortress that each person must build and defend. This fortress represents our core self, our principles, and our virtues. To compromise these for temporary affection or to avoid conflict is akin to leaving the gates of our fortress unguarded. True, enduring connections are formed not through self-betrayal, but through mutual respect and understanding of each other's authentic selves. It's about finding common ground while standing firmly on your own. The Stoic approach isn't one of rigidity, but of profound self-awareness and integrity. It encourages us to ask ourselves, is this action in harmony with my true self? Does it serve my virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance? When the answer is no, it's a call to pause and reflect. It's a reminder that love and respect, both for ourselves and from others, flourish in the light of authenticity, not in the shadows of compromise and conformity. So, before you commit to something solely to please her, consider the Stoic wisdom that counsels us to honor our essence first. It's not about selfishness. It's about self-respect. Building a relationship where both individuals are encouraged to be their best and truest selves doesn't diminish the love you share. It deepens it. It creates a bond that's not just about the pleasure of the moment, but about the joy of a shared journey towards growth and understanding. Embracing this Stoic wisdom, let's strive for relationships that respect and celebrate our individual essences, fostering genuine and enduring connections. Number 6. Ignoring reason for passion. Imagine your relationship as a voyage. Passion can be the wind in your sails, propelling you forward with exhilaration and speed. However, without the rudder of reason to guide you, that same wind could send you crashing into the rocks. Stoics like Epictetus taught that we should not be slaves to our impulses but masters of them, steering our lives with wisdom and foresight. This doesn't mean stifling our desires, but understanding them, questioning them, and aligning them with our deeper values and goals. In the throes of a passionate relationship, it's easy to let emotions dictate our actions, to make compromises that conflict with our core beliefs, or to ignore red flags that we would have noticed if not blinded by passion. Here lies the wisdom of the Stoics. They remind us that reason should be the lens through which we examine our feelings, ensuring that our actions in relationships are not just reactions to fleeting emotions, but choices made with clarity and foresight. This Stoic principle doesn't just apply to navigating conflicts or making big decisions. It's also about the daily choices we make in our relationships. It's choosing to communicate openly rather than react defensively, to show patience instead of frustration, and to seek understanding before making assumptions. By letting reason guide these moments, we cultivate a relationship that's not only passionate, but also resilient, respectful, and deeply connected. Embracing this Stoic wisdom, let's strive to balance passion with reason, ensuring our relationships are guided by both the heart and the mind. This approach not only enriches our connections, but also builds a foundation of trust and mutual respect, fostering a love that is both intense and enduring.